Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. This video is all about planet Rahu as per Vedic Astrology. So desire equal to planet Rahu as per Vedic Astrology. What are the desires, what are the hopes, what are the aspirations, what are the goals that you actually keep it for your life is being governed by planet Rahu in your birth chart. So Rahu is considered as a shadow planet, and Rahu in the third house, sixth house, eighth house, and the 12th house works really well. And also, if at all Rahu is associated with benefic planets like Jupiter, Venus, Moon, and Mercury, it will provide you the benefic results. If Rahu is conjunct with conjunct or aspected by Saturn, Mars, Sun, or even Ketu. Ketu is obviously 7 houses apart from planet Rahu, but if at all these malefic planets aspect planet Rahu, then it will give you malefic results. Malefic results as in like, bad results. The benefic results as in like good results. Okay, so let me tell you one by one some of the key points pertaining to planet Rahu. So Rahu doesn't actually affect, your certain events in your life if at all it is placed in a very good way, because Rahu is the very unmeasurable energy. So it actually does the things in a very easy way. So the kind of shortcuts that you want to perform in any task, that energy that you need to derive from planet Rahu. And Rahu is placed in the third house, it brings you a very good courage. If Rahu is placed in the sixth house, then obviously you will be able to overcome the debts, enemies and diseases. You'll be able to overcome the challenges. You'll be able to overcome the obstacles in the life. If Rahu is placed in the 8th house, then it will provide you sudden gains in your life, sudden wealth in your life. And obviously you will be getting a very good property from inheritance, from ancestors. And also Rahu in the 11th house also helps you to achieve your aspirations, your goals, your hopes and wishes, because it's the planet of materialism. So all the materialistic goals can be achieved by having the blessing of planet Rahu. And the people who are multi-millionaires and billionaires have a strong placement of planet Rahu in their birth chart. And when I talk about the Raja Yogas, if at all Rahu is in conjunct with Venus, if Rahu is conjunct with Jupiter, then Rahu in conjunct with Jupiter forms a Guru Chandala Yoga. Obviously that will create some kind of downfall in the life. But from the wealth perspective, Rahu is conjunct with Mercury, if Rahu is conjunct with Venus, it grants you very good property gains, it will grant you very good luxuries, comforts. It is considered as Apara Kubera Yoga. If at all you have Rahu, Mercury and Venus together in the certain zodiac sign, it is considered as Apara Kubera Yoga. This makes the person super rich and you'll be able to attain the name and fame at a very short age. And if Rahu is placed in the 12th house, then it will be very good for foreign settlements. It will be very good for becoming a scientist, a poet, or a doctor. Any surgeries, accidents, for all this stuff, anything governed by doing some kind of research and development, Rahu's influence is there. If at all you have strong Rahu in the birth chart, then it will be very good for you to excel in the television industry, photography industry, graphic designing, and also fashion designing, all that stuff. All the careers pertaining to planet Jupiter, Venus, Rahu could able to grant. Let's say Rahu is placed in your 7th house, then that's not really good for relationships. If Rahu is placed in the 2nd house, that's not good for the wealth. Okay, so depending upon the planetary alignment this Rahu is placed, it will start giving its results. And Rahu and Ketu generally goes in the retrograde position, unlike other planets, other 7 planets. So you have to count in your birth chart from the anti-clockwise direction from the placement of planet Rahu that is sitting. And Rahu will be aspecting its 5th house, 7th house and 9th house alike Jupiter. If Jupiter is aspecting planet Rahu, then the negative effects of Rahu will be reduced. So the only way that Rahu effect can be reduced by having a strong blessing of planet Jupiter in your birth chart. So if you are blessed with planet Jupiter and planet Venus, then you don't need to really worry about bad Rahu in your birth chart. Lot many people have fear of planet Rahu, and Rahu also gives abortions if at all is badly placed in the 4th and 5th house, if it is afflicted. And let me tell you something about the exaltation and debilitation. Rahu gets exalted in Taurus zodiac sign and some texts also debate that Rahu gets exalted in Gemini zodiac sign, and some texts also argues that Ketu gets exalted in Scorpio zodiac sign, and also some texts argue that debate that Ketu gets exalted in the Sagittarius zodiac sign. But nevertheless, that Sagittarius Scorpio is auspicious for benefic for planet Ketu. Taurus and Gemini zodiac signs are benefic for planet Rahu. Okay, so depending upon the lagna that is placed, and also for Libra lagna, and also for the Virgo lagna, and also for Capricorn and Aquarius lagna, Rahu becomes positive, and for other lagnas Rahu becomes negative, especially for Scorpio, Aries, as well as Gemini, and also Sagittarius as well as Pisces, Rahu becomes malefic. So you need to predict the events accordingly based upon this Vedic calculation. So all these things that you need to take into the picture. Okay, so if at all you have goals which makes you undesirable or unreliable, okay, and some of the goals that doesn't obey the SMART principle, that means impossible goals. So Rahu have the capability of making impossible stuff into the possible way. Okay, although it's a malefic planet, but still in certain houses, as I mentioned to you, like 3rd house, 6th house, 8th house, 11th and 12th houses, it brings you the benefic results. It grants you good amount of wealth, courage, prosperity, abundance in the life, even with Ketu as well. Okay, so that's about planet Rahu. Thank you so much for watching this video. If at all you need my astrological consultations, the link is mentioned in the description section. Do book for an astrological consultation. Once I get a consultation order, I'll be able to help you with a complete analysis pertaining to your individual birth chart. Okay, thank you so much. And not only about planet Rahu, I'll be able to rule out the analysis pertaining to all the planets in your birth chart. I can able to prepare a birth chart analysis which talks about your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. And also I'll be prescribing certain remedies to ease out the problems in your life. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.